Good evening, and welcome to Flashlight
Theater,
where we will continue to bring you the very best in B-movie sci-fi and horror classics. Why Flashlight Theater? Think back to when you were small. Even the scariest story was made scarier when it was told by a person holding a flashlight under their chin. I'm Mike Sadowskis, and joining me tonight, once again, my very good friend and colleague, Smiley Skelton. And speaking of classic science fiction, Smiley, we have three stories featuring one of sci-fi's classic heroes.
That's right. Tonight we bring you the thrilling trilogy of stories featuring one of sci-fi's most famous space adventurers, Flash Gordon. These three teleplays came from television series that ran in the U.S. from 1954 to 1955. The series was actually produced in post-Second World War II West Berlin. You will see a real part of war-ravaged West Berlin used as a set when you watch the exciting segment titled Deadline at Noon.
You know, Smiley, Flash Gordon really is an important piece of Americana. Humans have probably dreamt of traveling to the stars for centuries, but space travel didn't become a real possibility until Dr. Robert Goddard launched the first liquid-fueled rockets back in 1926. Just 2 years later, 1928, the first fictional space traveler, Buck Rogers, burst onto the scene, and because imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, Alex Raymond produced a comic strip hero, Flash Gordon, in 1934.
Some of you remember the name Gale Gordon. Gordon was an actor who many baby boomers remember as Mr. Wilson in Dennis the Menace TV series and later as Mr. Mooney, Lucille's boss at the bank in Lucille Ball television show. Gordon lent his voice to the Flash Gordon character in the same named 1935 radio serial.
And the legendary Buster Crabbe played Flash Gordon in movie serials beginning in 1936. Flash Gordon reappeared in a 1980 movie of the same name. The movie features a great soundtrack by the band Queen and does a very, very nice job of retaining the original spirit of Alex Raymond's space-traveling hero. This movie is strongly recommended to you by the folks here at Flashlight Theater.
There's a lot more to tell you.
But not now, Smiley, because we're going to bring you the first segment of Flash Gordon and the Planet of Death. You're watching the most popular new cable access program, Flashlight
Theater.
We'll be back.
The planet Tarset, silent, inhabited only by shadows of a civilization long dead. A planet where life of every kind has departed.
We must use Tarset, Commander Richards. There is no other planet on which we can conduct our negative gravity experiments.
There must be another place. Tarset is out.
Tarset is deserted. We can set up our experimental equipment using robot mechanisms and gauge the impulse reactions by electronic equipment set up on the Skyflash.
I'm fully aware of the importance of your work, Dr. Zarkov, but you'll have to find another planet that will do as well as Tarset.
There is none to our knowledge. I told you that before. Tarset is ideal.
Well, then you'll have to find some place that's not so ideal. Tarset will not be used.
But why? Will you please tell me why?
You don't know what just happened to the exploratory mission we sent to Tarset?
No. I've been in my mountain lab completely out of touch with things. What happened?
Well, we'll soon know the details. All I've had up to now are fragmentary reports, but even from them I'd be a murderer if I let you go.
Flash Gordon is here, sir, with Dr. Jervis of the Tarset expedition.
Good, send them in at once. Now we'll get the full story. I'm so sorry, Dr. Jervis. Can I get you something?
I don't think he's strong enough to answer any questions right now, Commander. Ever since he landed his spaceship, he's been hysterical. We did what we could to calm him down, but...
This is Dr. Jervis, one of the scientists we sent on the exploratory mission to Tarset.
Jervis? Of course.
You know him?
By reputation only. I'm familiar with his treatise on astrohydraulics. Remember, Dale?
Oh, that's right, Doctor. He's in a state of complete nervous shock.
Well, Dr. Jervis, what happened up there? I'm Dr. Zarkov. What happened on Tarset? Where are the others who went with you?
Dead. All dead.
How? What happened? Speak up, man. What happened?
I'm afraid he won't be able to answer any more questions, Doctor. He's completely...
No. It's important that they know. I'll do my best. Don't send anyone there. You'll murder every man you send to Tarset.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Nonsense? You call it nonsense when your own companions are stricken before your very eyes? When suddenly they are dead? For no reason, for no cause, except a curse.
A curse? What curse?
Curse of Belphegor. It strikes in silence. It will kill anyone who sets foot on that horrible planet.
It didn't kill you.
My escape is a miracle. Just a miracle.
Perhaps you'd better tell us exactly what happened.
Yes, I will. There were 4 of us in that expedition. 4 of us who landed on Tarset.
There was Williams, leader of our company, an outstanding physicist. Leclerc, astrochemist. Bending, our engineer. And myself. Our landing on Tarset was easy enough. We made our way to a structure that we had seen from the spaceship. It was the only building not in utter ruins. Inside, we made our way along a corridor, the sides thick with dust, and all around there was the horrible feeling of death. We reached a bend in the corridor, and like an invisible hand had grabbed us, we stopped, afraid to make the turn. Williams finally had the courage to go on. I wanted to turn and run back to the ship. I'd never known fear like that, even when I knew what I feared. Finally, one by one, we followed him. Williams saw it first. Belphegor, ancient god of Tarset. Its face looked as if it had been carved out of a solid block of evil. And then we heard its voice.
I am Belphegor. Know all ye who trespass upon my tomb, that upon ye shall rest my curse forevermore.
The voice. That horrible voice. I still hear it. Williams walked towards the idol on the throne. And then suddenly, a blinding light shot down upon him, shooting from its single eye. He fell. Leclerc ran to help him, and the light caught him. Bending and I stood horrified. They were dead. So we turned, we ran, as if evil on the wing were after us. We ran. I heard Bending running behind me. Suddenly he screamed. I looked back. The light had him. He fell towards me. I just ran on.
A terrifying experience. Don't send anyone to that planet. It's cursed.
Ridiculous. We must use Tarset for our negative gravity experiments. Aren't we sticking our necks out? If what happened to him happened to us, we have no choice. The threat to our galaxy from the people of Eben has never been so serious as it is now. Our only defense will be negative gravity.
Find some other place for the experiments.
There is no other place. Tarset is the one astrographical location where the repelling force of negative gravity is effective in relation to Earth. Besides, who believes this business of idols and strange curses? It's superstitious rot.
I saw it.
You'll have a chance to see it again. I'm going to Tarset. I'm with you, Doctor. Dale?
I'm ready to start right now.
Well, Dr. Jeffers? We can make it without you, but if you'll come along as our guide, we can save much valuable time.
No. I can't.
The defense of the galaxy depends upon it. Everything we have, our civilization, our science, everything will be wiped out if the people of Eben are victorious. How can you refuse?
No. Of course you're right. I can't refuse. I'll go along with you to Tarset.
Good. Prepare the flight plans, will you, Commander? We'll be off in 48 hours. Come on, Dale. Doctor? Invasions from Eben. Idols. Strange voices and strange lights. You think anybody will believe that stuff, Doctor? Idols, curses, rot. How can you, a trained scientist, believe it?
A man believes what he sees. And I have seen these things. So will you.
The temple. Please don't enter. We'll never get out alive. You did the last time. Maybe we'll be as lucky. Let's go, Doctor.
Don't! Please stop here before we all die.
No!
Going someplace? Come on.
Who's this, Bending? Just as he fell. Williams and Leclerc?
Yes.
I am Belphegor.
The voice.
Know all ye who trespass upon my tomb, that upon ye shall rest my curse forevermore.
dying, Professor Jarvis, or trapped.
Dale, one step out there and you're dead.
Oh, we've got to help them.
There's nothing you can do, nothing.
Professor Jarvis! Professor Jarvis, it's I! Let me out! Let me out!
All right, Professor Jarvis. If you ever expect to get out of here alive, start telling the truth.
The truth? What are you talking about? You saw?
I saw plenty. Enough to know that you've been lying from the word go.
I haven't.
Tell the truth. What's it all about?
I don't know. The curse of Belphegor.
Kind of a moron do you take me to be, Jarvis? Curses, idols. The next thing you'll be screaming about will be witches riding around on brooms. You're lying!
No!
You said Benning was killed while running down the corridor with you. But when we found him, his head was towards the idol. He wasn't killed while running away. He was killed before he ever got there. Why did you lie about that?
I didn't.
All three were killed, but you were allowed to escape. Why?
I don't know.
You do know. Tell me the truth.
I won't tell you anything. Let me out. Let me out. It's I, Professor Jarvis. Let me out. Let me out. The wolves. They're coming in to crush us.
Now, will you tell the truth? They're going to kill you along with the rest of us.
No, they can't. They promised to save me.
Who promised?
The men of Evan. They trapped us in the temple. They told us to help them or die. Williams, LeClaire, Bendy chose death.
Why is Tarset so important to them?
To the invasion. It's coming in this direction. They want to use Tarset as a staging area for their final assault upon Earth. How could you betray your galaxy like that?
And worse, watch your friends die while you agreed to help their killers.
I don't know. I got crazy. They offered me money, power, and chance to be recognized as the great scientist I was. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to die.
You think you have a right to live?
Save me. I'm sorry. Save me.
Talk to the walls, Jarvis. Maybe they'll hear you. Call on Belphegor. Maybe he'll listen.
You're watching Flashlight
Theater.
Tonight, we're bringing you the Flash Gordon trilogy. I'm Mike Sadauskas, and I'm joined again tonight by my good friend Smiley Skelton. Smiley, one of our local papers has described Flashlight Theater as the smartest new show in the television season. This show's a can't miss for baby boomers who love movies that are carried by plot lines, not special effects.
Well, Mike, the special effects in our show tonight aren't bad for the mid-1950s. But what our viewers will surely love are the gems hidden in these episodes. The character of the Galactic Bureau of Investigations, Colonel Richards, is played by the venerable actor Henry Beckman.
When you've seen him here in this first segment, you probably thought, where have I seen this guy before? Well, we're going to tell you. Most of our baby boomer viewers will recognize Mr. Beckman from their childhood TV viewing.
Yes, Mr. Beckman was a regular on McHale's Navy and Quincy Medical Examiner. Those are two of my favorite shows, by the way.
They're great.
He also made guest appearances in a number of television shows that our audience is bound to remember.
Here's just a partial list of the shows that Henry Beckman was in. Barney Miller, Adam 12, Bewitched, one that's appropriate for tonight, My Favorite Martian.
Bonanza, The Andy Griffin Show, The Fugitive, and The Munsters.
Gunsmoke, Perry Mason, The Night Stalker, another Flashlight Theater favorite.
Mannix, The Flying Nun, and Combat. They just don't have shows like that anymore.
They really don't, and again, as a baby boomer, those are ones I fondly remember. Henry Beckman appeared on The Monkees, and a TV series that has come to be highly recommended by Flashlight Theater as well, The X-Files.
The X-Files was one of my favorite TV shows. I was so upset when David Duchovny left the show.
Yeah, he didn't die. They just did he get abducted by aliens or something? I don't remember.
Yes.
One of your favorite TV series?
Yes, The X-Files.
Speaking of favorite TV series, that's why you're here with us tonight. And we're going to go back to the final installment of Flash Gordon Planet of Doom on Flashlight Theater. We'll see you soon.
The planet Tarset, a dead, desolate world long deserted by its people. Here in the crumbling temple of Belphegor, the mystic god of death, while Flash fights for his life, Dale and Dr. Zarkov are desperately trying to avoid the touch of the lethal ray emanating from the single eye of Belphegor. In a cell nearby, Flash and the traitor Jeebus, an Earth scientist who sold out to the people of Eben, are trapped between two slowly moving walls that threaten to crush them at any moment.
A miracle. A miracle. No miracle, Jeebus. The walls are so dry and crumbling, the pressure from the moving wall pulverized them. The whole temple is ready to fall.
What are you going to do with me now?
Right now, I'm interested in Dale and Dr. Zarkov, not you. Who else is on this planet besides us?
Mesden.
Who's he?
A man from Eben. One of their intelligence agents. The one who bribed me.
How many with him?
I don't know. Some, maybe 3, 4.
What's behind it all?
I told you. They want to use this planet to spearhead an invasion on our galaxy.
When? When will it begin?
Soon. That's all I know, soon. I was crazy. I didn't know why I did it.
Come in, Dr. Zarkov. And bring your charming companion. Come in. I am Mesden. I am Chief of Intelligence to His Exalted Mightiness Zarkov, ruler of Eben.
Eben?
Yes, Eben. You are an unexpected prize, Dr. Zarkov. I hardly expected so impressive a bag to fall into my net.
I'm easily bored with second-rate theatrics. So why not get to the point?
Point 1. Don't look for help from Flash Gordon. He and that idiot Jevov are dead. By my hand. I have spared your life, Dr. Zarkov, up to this point, because you can be of use to my sovereign.
My services are expensive.
You can name any price. The information we want is worth it.
And the information?
Complete plans and details of the negative gravity force you have developed. And you must give us the method to combat it. We must know how to smash through it so we can land our forces on Earth.
And if I refuse?
You will watch Miss Arden slowly and painfully put to death. Well, Dr. Zarkov, what is your answer?
His answer is no.
But Dale...
My life against the millions they could take on Earth? We have no choice, Doctor.
We'll see how brave you are, Zarkov, while you watch her slow destruction. The death eye of Belphegor will bring you Earthlings to your knees. Take them to the pillars.
say I'm not scared.
Your scientific mind, Dr. Zarkov, won't accept the preposterous idea of an idol possessing a lethal curse.
The curse of Belfagor is man-made. It's a lethal weapon, not a curse.
You have seen the result?
Obviously, you have a paralysis ray machine set into the idol's head.
Quite right. A paralysis ray machine, whose controlled ray cuts through organic matter, destroying the millions of nerves, eating its way deep into the very nerve centers until total paralysis is achieved.
You're a fiend.
Not by choice. This is war.
Dale, I can't let them do it.
You must.
I can't.
You must. And you will.
Your last chance, Zarkov. Think. Can you stand there and watch her shrivel slowly? The instant I lower this lever, deterioration begins.
He's not going to tell you anything, so turn on your ray. Get it over with. Stop talking, turn it on!
Very well. But only a few degrees at first, so you can feel its power.
Dale.
Swear to me, Dr. Zarkov, you won't tell them.
No.
Swear it.
All right.
You barely felt anything. Now let us see how brave you are, Miss Arden.
You, Gordon! God, help me!
Flash! The ray machine! Turn it off!
You'll kill us both.
Untie them.
We'll die, just as they did.
You exaggerate, Mesden.
What?
Untie them.
Flash, how did you figure?
Okay, Dale. I heard him say the ray penetrates organic matter, so I slipped my watch glass over the lens of the machine. Stopped the ray dead.
That was quick thinking.
Yeah, we've got to get out of here.
Where's Professor Jevons?
I don't know. He sold out to Evan and led us into this trap.
It's hard to believe that.
That's true. He admitted it to me. We've got to get back to the Sky Flash and notify Commander Richards immediately. The invasion is about to begin.
Stand where you are. Don't make a move. Hail Draco! Who are these Earthlings?
They are those who would stand against your exalted mightiness. Flash Gordon, Dale Arden, and the bearded one is Dr. Zarkov.
Ah, so. I know of them. Whosoever shall stand between Draco and his destiny shall be ground into dust. Guard!
Back! Get back!
Little man, Professor Jevons, was able to topple over that huge ice. How could he? Where did he get the strength?
Sometimes a man finds strength within himself he didn't know was there. Professor Jevis saw his chance, found the power to balance his books. With a little to spare, Flash Gordon and Sky Flash 2 calling Commander Richards at GBI headquarters on Earth.
Flash Gordon calling Commander Richards. Richards here. Flash, I've been on tenterhooks waiting for your report.
I'll give you all the details as soon as we land, Commander. In the meantime, you can call off all emergency defensive measures as far as an invasion from Arden is concerned. There will be no invasion. Zarkov, tyrant of Arden, is dead.
Flash, are you sure? This is tremendous news.
When you release the news, Commander, one thing you must do.
Sir, Flash, what is it?
Be sure that all credit is given to Professor Jevis, a great patriot who sacrificed his life in the service of his galaxy. Skyflash 2 signing off. The truth will be our secret. Ready for takeoff. Chart a course for home, will you, Dale?
Home it is.
You're watching the Flash Gordon trilogy tonight on Flashlight
Theater.
Well, Smiley, it looks like Dr. Jervis took the ultimate one for the team to clear things up on the planet of doom.
Yes, and has become the tradition for all flawed characters who end up doing the right thing. Flash Gordon recommended the good doctor to receive the highest honors that will be given in the year 3203.
That's a long time from now, Smiley. As in the Planet of Doom, Flash Gordon will be joined by two characters made famous in Alex Raymond's original comic strip, Dale Arden and Professor Zarkov, for the next 2 episodes of the trilogy we're about to bring you.
While Arden and Zarkov did join Flash Gordon for the 39 TV adventures that I also watched growing up, some notable Raymond characters did not. The most famous, or should I say, infamous character missing in action was Ming the Merciless, who constantly threatened Earth from his home planet Mongo in Raymond's original comic strip classic.
Ming the Merciless was flawlessly portrayed by the uber-talented Max von Sydow in the 1980 cult classic movie Flash Gordon. By the way, the beautiful Melody Anderson was also perfectly cast as the spunky Dale Arden. Again, the 1980 movie release, Flash Gordon, is strongly recommended by us here at Flashlight Theater.
Mike, why didn't you mention that the title role in the 1980 movie was portrayed by Sam Jones? A then 25-year-old Sam Jones launched his film career opposite Bo Derek in the 1979 movie 10, before going on to star in the Flash Gordon movie.
You know, in October 2007, a then 53-year-old Sam Jones came full circle, Smiley, when he portrayed the prisoner Krebs on the new Flash Gordon series currently being shown on the Sci-Fi Theater. And I will tell you this, our director, Jason Dudas, says it is almost as good as Flashlight Theater.
It's about time to rejoin the 1950s classic TV series Flash Gordon.
Indeed it is, Smiley. Let's take you back to Flash Gordon and the Brain Machine. We don't need a brain machine here because Flashlight Theater is the smartest new show on television. You're watching Flashlight
Theater.
We'll be back.
Don't laugh! Don't you laugh!
where less than 48 hours ago, the greatest disaster of our galaxy's history took place. It was a normal, peaceful afternoon when suddenly... the atmosphere converter, which transformed Neptune's poisonous methane atmosphere to pure oxygen, making the rich planet habitable to Earth people, blew up. Instantly, panic gripped the populace. Not long after the disaster, it was discovered that two of the galaxy's most trusted public servants, Commander Richards and Dr. Zarkov of the GBI, had caused the explosion from a remote control device on Earth. Coincidentally, Flash Gordon and Dale Arden landed on Neptune at the moment of the explosion. There were only 48 hours to install a new converter before the entire population of Neptune would suffocate from the poison methane gas. While the new lines were being laid, and while Flash and Dale prepared the auxiliary converter, an agent of Zarkov, the Mad Witch of Neptune, seeks the new converter to destroy it before Flash and Dale can turn it on.
Stop! Turn it on, Dale.
I did it.
Another half an hour, it would have been too late. Close, all right. Who the jet blast is that?
I've never seen him before. And why did he try to stop us from turning on the converter?
I don't know, maybe it had something to do with the explosion of the original one.
That's wishful thinking, Flash. After all, Commander Richards and Dr. Zarkov have practically admitted they blew it up.
They've admitted nothing, except that they were found in the remote-controlled demolition room, and their individual keys were in the Neptune locks.
Look, you know I love them both. Why, next to you, they mean more to me than anybody else in the universe. But how can we fight such red-handed evidence?
2 points, Dale. First, neither Zarkov nor Richards knows how he got to the vault. Second, neither one remembers putting their keys in and closing the circuit.
I'm afraid no court would believe it.
No, but we do. If we can find out what made them go to the vault, and what made them put their keys in and close the circuits, well, probably we can clear their names. And maybe he can give us the answer.
No. But I tried. I did everything you asked. I know. I know.
What's that all about?
He seems to be talking to someone else.
Bring me back. We can try again. Bring me back.
Bring you back where? Where? Come on, talk. Bring you back where?
Look. What is it?
It's the insignia he was wearing. You feel it?
Just like human flesh.
Yet it's metal, some kind of a strange alloy. It's a clue, Dale. If we can find out where that came from, perhaps we can find out who was really responsible for the detonation.
Neptune lives, breathes, because you have failed.
But it's not too late. Julie, now that we know where the converter is located, we can blow it up ourselves.
You fool, you stupid, blundering fool.
But we can do it, I tell you. Flash Gordon and the girl will be gone in a few minutes.
And when they are gone, a radium ray will flood the entire installation. It will kill instantly anybody that enters its field. Witch, they call it. The Witch of Neptune. Because I control the royal family. because I was the power behind the throne. I was the ruler.
You will rule again, almighty Zydery.
They bowed to me, kissed my hand. Everyone trembled when my name was mentioned. Yes, I will rule Neptune again, but this time I will be the queen. The ruler in name, as well as fact. The throne was here, in my hand. It was you, your blundering stupidity, that ruined it all.
Almighty Zyderine, you have not lost. There is a way for you to hold in your hands the power of the galaxy.
What do you mean?
You have thought to use all of this to conquer only Neptune. But why? Why merely Neptune? The machines you possess give you the power to control every planet in the galaxy.
Yes. Yes. Every planet in the galaxy. I can penetrate into the most secret chambers of the galaxy. Through this, I am all-powerful. In this, I have the strength of 10 men. There is no knowledge, no secret in the universe I cannot gain. With this, my brain recorder.
What do you make of it, Dale? Recognize any of the metals in that alloy?
It has a tractor-seal base, but there are about 7 other elements which I can't identify.
Tractor-seal? That's a metal that's found on Saturn, isn't it?
Yes. In small quantities on Pluto and Uranus.
That narrows its origin down to 3 possible planets. Hey. Wasn't this disk gray when we first landed on Neptune?
It's turning black.
And the insignia, which was black, is turning gray.
I have been blinded by my desire for revenge, Prostar. I hold the power to control the entire galaxy.
And you can, if first you destroy the Galaxy Bureau of Investigation. They have the knowledge that stands in your way.
Then why destroy them, Prostar? They will serve me. First, I will record all the scientific knowledge possessed by Dr. Zarkov, the military knowledge of Commander Richards. That is the start, Prostar. Soon, soon, the mad witch of Neptune shall rule their galaxy.
What do you make of it?
Obviously, it's an alloy that's sensitive to some sort of emanation. The further away it is from the source of the emanations, the more the color changes.
If that's true, when we get close to the right planet, the disk will turn toward white and the insignia toward black.
It's even better than a bloodhound. As soon as we've talked to Dr. Zarkov and Commander Richards again, we'll take off and let our little alloy bloodhound lead us to its home.
I hope they're all right. How terrible it must be for them. 2 men who have devoted their entire lives to loyal service to the galaxy, accused of the greatest crime they could commit.
That's impossible. They couldn't have escaped. I've been outside that door every second. But I swear there's no way they could have gone. I didn't leave my post outside that door for a second.
Flash, what do you make of it?
I can't believe that either Dr. Zarkov or Commander Richards would try to escape.
Try to escape? But where are they if they didn't?
I don't know just now. I've got an idea how I can find out. Come on, Dale.
All right, but where to?
Wherever this alloy bloodhound leads us.
This is Guard Turbler at Special Post 5. Sound the red alarm. Dr. Zarkov and Commander Richards have escaped. She comes with the prisoners. Her Tratrasil alloy tracer disc is entering the Saturn field.
Welcome, gentlemen. I hope the journey from Earth to Saturn was not too uncomfortable.
Saturn? How can we be on Saturn when not 15 minutes ago we were in my office at GBI on Earth?
A matter transmitter machine. Yes, this is it here.
Matter transmitter?
Yes. The elements of our bodies were broken down into electrical units and transmitted through space.
When I appeared in your office, Commander, I focused this disc upon each of you.
I see. The remote control projector for the matter transmitter.
My improvement upon your own design of a one-way matter transmitter machine, Dr. Zarkov.
My design? Why, that's impossible. That's top secret GBI information.
Top secret. When I have need of information, I assure you there have always been ways of getting it. Just as you have served my purpose, so have others.
We, Dr. Zarkov and I, have served your purpose?
Ah, yes, I forgot. The last time we met, I erased all memory of the meeting from your minds. ProStar, put the memory back into their minds. It is in the electro-memory file under GBI Zarkov Richards.
Zyderine, the witch of Neptune.
It was you. You forced us to demolish the methane to oxygen converter on Neptune.
Bring them here.
You're watching Flash Gordon and the Brain Machine tonight on Flashlight
Theater.
Smiley, some interesting sci-fi concepts are introduced in this segment of the Flash Gordon trilogy.
Yes, the matter transporter later went on to fame for its potential for disaster in the Vincent Price 1958 classic, The Fly. Remember The Fly, caught in the spider web, screaming in that high-pitched voice, "Help me, help me!"
You've got it, Smiley. And I also remember reading somewhere that the scene was amongst the hardest scenes Vincent Price and his co-host Herbert Marshall ever had to get through in their entire careers. Price and Marshall, who played Inspector Charis, couldn't keep from laughing. The matter transporter eventually worked out its bugs and became a regular star on my favorite television series of all time, Star Trek.
That was also my favorite. But before we completely leave the topic of Vincent Price, we should mention that not only is he a star in the debut episode of Flashlight Theater, Price's voice work was part of a history-making recording performance. The voice work on Michael Jackson's 1983 mega-ultra hit Thriller sold 50 million copies worldwide and was #1 on the Billboard chart for 37 weeks in a row. Nearly 25 years later, Thriller retains the record for the best-selling album of all time.
And speaking of works of art that retain their value and retain their strength, again, our director Jason Dudas, one of his favorite Flash Gordon shows was actually the Flash Gordon cartoon that was produced by Filmation in the late 1970s. In fact, what has been said about that is that may have been the absolute very best attempt to retain the spirit that Alex Raymond injected in the original Flash Gordon character. So, you know, if you have the opportunity to track those down, again, they were produced by Filmation, the Flash Gordon cartoon.
I didn't get a chance to see those because I was hardly studying in high school.
We don't want to talk about that, Smiley. You know, in our 1950s TV series, the character Dale Arden was portrayed by a woman named Irene Champlin, who went on to do absolutely nothing in film. With all due respect, Melody Anderson played a much prettier and spunkier Dale Arden 25 years later in that 1980 movie that we keep recommending to you, Flash Gordon.
Keeping the theme going full circle, you may not have known that Irene Champlin also actually played a small role in the 1980s Flash Gordon.
No, I didn't, Smiley, but my guess is the emphasis there is on very, very smart, but that is pretty cool. Speaking of cool, let's take you back to the next segment of the Flash Gordon trilogy on tonight's installment of Flashlight
Theater.
We'll be back.
Transported through a matter transmission machine to Saturn by Zarkov, the Mad Witch of Neptune, Commander Richards and Dr. Zarkov learn that it was she who forced them to blow up the methane to oxygen converter on Neptune.
Sit down. Strap them in. Guards, leave.
At least we know we're not guilty of destroying the converter.
That's little satisfaction when we know that millions of lives are lost.
What happened on Neptune? Was anybody saved? Did they at least try to get the children out?
I will answer you this way. My revenge is not complete.
Zarkov, we warn you.
You warn me? You, my prisoners, and on the outside the most wanted criminals in the history of the galaxy, you dare to warn me? No. You will serve me again. As I took from your minds every recollection of my part in your crime against Neptune, I will now take from your minds all of the knowledge they possess.
Doctor, can she do this?
Certainly she can. The electronic brain recorder is an elementary device, the principles of which have been known for over 1,000 years.
Well, if you know how it works, you must know how to combat it.
Only a psyllium headpiece can prevent the reading ray from entering the brain.
I'm sorry, Commander. I don't happen to have one handy.
The knowledge that she takes from us, it will still be in our brains.
What about it? Do we retain our knowledge?
No, Dr. Zarkov. There is an eraser ray that follows the recorder ray as it passes over every inch of your brain.
Zarkov, listen. You can't do this. Between us, we hold the knowledge upon which the safety of the entire galaxy depends.
Exactly the information I want. Every morsel of it. The galaxy. What do I care for its safety? All I want is the power to make every living human bend to my will. Start the ray flow. I want to test. Settings at 8, 12, 1,000. A very simple setting for the commonest and simplest memory. What did you say your name is?
Why, it's Richards. Paul Richards.
Open the ray locks and record the setting, ProStar.
Yes, I think so. I didn't feel anything.
Oh, it's painless, a perfectly painless operation.
And I still have my memory.
Really? What did you say your name is?
Why, it's, yeah.
Are we getting any place?
Now, see for yourself, Dale. When we left Earth, the disk was coal black and the insignia clear white.
It's as though we're at the halfway point. From here on, the disc should turn white and the insignia black. Halfway point. Let's see where we are now. If this is the halfway mark, I'll be able to figure out exactly where we're going.
We should be about halfway through the asteroid belt.
No, we're about 3/4 of the way through it. At space point AB12.
Well, that means our destination is,
Saturn. That is, if our little alloyed bloodhound isn't playing tricks on us.
That's all we've got to go on. It's our only possible lead to the whereabouts of Dr. Zarkov and Commander Richards.
I wonder where they are. And how they left GBI without being seen. How is it possible? Flash feel of it. Remember how warm it was before? As though it were a living thing?
Yeah, now it's stone cold.
It's as though something had been giving it warmth. And that something had been turned off now.
A machine of some kind that controls this disk by remote control.
Well, at least the color continues to change, which means that the machine hasn't been completely turned off.
Yeah.
Take setting for Zarkov. Brain recording 92. It's the complete plans for a negativizer ray gun.
Ready, Saturday.
36. 4A. 9.
It's getting wider.
And we just passed Jupiter. We should be over Saturn in another few hours.
And once we get there, the real job begins. With Saturn being as large as it is, it's going to be like looking for a grain of metal dust in the firmament to find out exactly where this alloy bloodhound roosts.
And now, a brain recording of Commander Richards. The outer defense radar locations on planets, planetoids, and satellites.
There it is. Saturn coming up on radar.
At last.
It's almost white. As we move closer, you can almost see it change.
But where do we land? And where do we start looking when we do?
I'm going to rocket brake around the planet until we hit the atmosphere. Then I'll work into a series of landing brake ellipses until we find it.
Find what?
The spot where the disk shows the clearest white. Hang on.
Becoming transparent.
Hang on for another turn. Okay, get set for a landing.
Right.
It's a high-frequency machine of some kind. It's further down, I guess.
over, Arden. Stop. It is I who give the orders here.
Flash, what's wrong?
I can't move my arms or legs.
What are you doing? And what have you done to them?
Emptied their minds of their identities, their past lives, and most important, every scientific and defensive secret of the GBI which they possessed.
You're lying. They'd never give up that information.
No, Star. Let her see for herself.
Dr. Zarkov. Commander Richards. Talk to me. What is it? Don't you know me? It's Dale. Dale Arden. Think. Think. Try to remember.
All they ever knew is here, in this, an electronic memory file. Billions and billions of tiny electrical units, which I will transfer to my mind and use to gain the complete control of the galaxy. You're wasting your strength. No man can move against the power in this wand. Stop him!
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, Dale. What about them? Their memory's gone. Their mind's a complete blank.
Well, at least we can clear their name.
That's not enough, Dale. Somehow, some way, we've got to find that woman before she can use the knowledge she got from their minds to destroy the galaxy. Wherever she's disappeared to, I swear it, I'll find her.
We're back.
I think I got the one with the dying battery now, Smiley. You're watching the Flash Gordon trilogy on television's scariest new show, Flashlight
Theater.
When our director, Jason Dudas, first approached us about doing this show, my comment to him was, how could we possibly go wrong with any show that has a brain machine in it?
Clearly, the brain machine of the year 3203 did not involve microchip technology. That was one huge piece of headgear, but it would have fitted my head back in high school, and I could have used a brain machine.
You know, Smiley, I didn't want to say anything about that, but if you had to have the brain machine, you would not have had to worry about studying, right?
Yeah, right.
And I don't know if you knew this or not, but in this Flash Gordon TV series we're watching, the character of Dr. Zarkov is played by Joseph Nash.
Actually, no.
I'm not surprised, Smiley, because, you know, Joseph Nash has absolutely no other film credits. But believe it or not, that 39-episode series was enough to win Nash a 1987 spot on A&E's biography titled Flash Gordon, Journey to Greatness.
Journey to Greatness? No other film credits? Pretty ironic, huh?
Indeed it is, Smiley. And unfortunately, much of television and movies remains the exact same way today.
The third episode of Flash Gordon's trilogy movies involves another time-honored sci-fi theme, time travel.
H.G. Wells put the concept of time travel on the map way back in 1895 with his classic novel, titled, oddly enough, The Time Machine.
Time travel was the centerpiece of Steven Spielberg's also trilogy of movies, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, where Michael J. Fox's Marty McFly zips through time-space continuum in a beautiful gull-doored DeLorean.
And who could forget all of the time travel episodes, again, in my favorite television series, Star Trek. In one of those episodes, Captain Kirk goes back to the 1930s, immediately pre-World War II, and the show won a Hugo Award for science fiction creativity, and his love interest was played by the love magnet of all television time, Joan Collins.
So, we're about to find out how time travel also saves the Earth on the Flash Gordon trilogy.
On tonight's episode of Flashlight
Theater.
We'll be back.
Planets and suns race toward infinity. Dead worlds and live worlds alike, separated by millions of light years. And yet, these members of the galaxy in this age of space travel have become interdependent, not only economically, but politically. This is the far-off galaxy of Magna Mater, the galaxy of dead planets, icy graveyard rolling through space, and each with a communication station. And now the Sky Flash carrying Flash Gordon, Dale and Dr. Zarkov enters the outer rim of Magna Mater on a routine outer space patrol. Suddenly, all around them the tranquil peace of these dead worlds is shattered. First the dead planet Isis. Next it was Osiris. Next came Mithra. And finally, Bacchus. And in the Sky Flash.
I don't understand it. First Isis, then Osiris, Mithra and Bacchus shattering in space.
It's weird, Doctor. Crazy. 4 planets blowing up in rapid succession. Why? Why should that happen?
It seems to be some mysterious atomic force, Flash. Possibly a chain reaction operating from some central source.
Well, it's about the last of the chain, Doctor. There's only one dead planet left, and that's Minerva.
And there it is, dead ahead.
Dale, will you check the Geiger counter?
We're coming into a very heavy radioactive dust fall, Doctor.
Check its type.
Yes, sir. Horizontal, 105. Vertical, 10. Why, it's radioactive dust from duranium.
Duranium? Impossible.
Why, Doctor? Is it indigenous to a particular area or planet of the galaxy out of this range?
Yes, it's found only on Colossia. But it's not only that.
Duranium was only discovered a few years ago, Flash. Dr. Zarkov made an extensive study of its properties for GBI research and analysis.
I found it to be probably the most powerful fissionable material in the universe. And the slowest.
What do you mean, the slowest?
Well, unlike other nuclear materials, its fission is a slow, creeping process.
We estimated that a bomb made of duranium would take over 1,200 years to explode.
Then it couldn't be duranium, Dale. If it was a bomb that exploded those planets, it had to be put there in, let's see, 1953.
I'll check again. No? It still comes out uranium.
Something wrong on Minerva, too. I'd better contact the communication station. Skyflash Earth Patrol calling Minerva. Skyflash calling Minerva. Come in, Minerva. Come in. Minerva, come in. I can't get through. The communication station's out.
What now?
Let's move in, see if we can get a better look.
Why should the communication station be out on Minerva?
Flash, we can't move through this atomic fog much longer without getting contaminated.
I know, but we need information. For all we know, that chain reaction explosion may move from this galaxy into others. Maybe we can find the clue on Minerva.
Minerva just exploded. That's the last of the galaxy.
Let's get out of here. Report back to Earth.
And now the Skyflash pointed its nose toward home. But on Earth itself, strange things were happening. Foreboding events foretelling a monstrous end. First, a series of freakish weather disturbances. And after that, and panic and fear spread through every corner of the Earth like wildfire. And at the Galaxy Bureau of Investigation, Commissioner Herrick interrogates a strange captive picked up by Earth agents. A Callison whose planet had sworn eternal war against the Earth.
Are you frightened, Commissioner Herrick? Those small explosions today that have destroyed cities, flattened mountains, inundated half a continent of your Earth. These are just teasers.
These were just natural phenomena, not man-made.
Fool. But why argue with you? In 1 hour, your precious Earth explodes. At 12 o'clock noon, there will no longer be an Earth to poison the galaxy.
You're lying. You're trying to frighten us.
Am I? Then look at the fate of Isis, Osiris, Mithra, Bacchus. They're all gone, blown into eternity.
All right. I believe you. But you want to stop it. Name your price.
Price? What can you offer when in 1 hour there will be nothing? A void. Does that make you feel better, Commissioner? Come ahead, do it again. But hitting me will not find the uranium bomb smoldering into its final stage of fission.
Who planted this uranium bomb?
I did.
You? When?
Exactly 1,208 years. 5 months, 3 weeks, 1 day, 23 hours and 2 minutes ago.
You speak the truth. You've stolen Dr. Zarkov's time machine.
Just the principle, Commissioner. Our Colossian scientists developed it in their own way. As one who has traveled back in time, Commissioner, let me tell you, it was an interesting experience.
Where did you plant that uranium bomb, eh? Where did you bury it?
You will find out for yourself, Commissioner. Very soon.
Alan, you're sure the Geigers indicate nothing? Nothing.
No, Commissioner. And they won't until fission. It's useless for you to try and locate it. At this late point in its reaction, it gives no telltale signal. You have less than 1 hour to live, Commissioner. You and every other Earthman.
If we die, you die with us.
I am a Colossian patriot. To die in this cause is an honor.
Alan, Yes, sir. Establish contact with the Sky-Flash at once. It's cruising in the Magna Mater galaxy. If Flash Gordon or Dr. Zarkov don't come up with an answer...
Calling Sky-Flash. GBI headquarters. Calling Flash Gordon to the Sky-Flash. Come in, Flash Gordon.
That's the story. The whole story. Flash, Dr. Zarkov. We've got to figure out some way to find and deactivate the bomb. Otherwise, the Earth is doomed. There's less than 1 hour. A second after 12 and it'll be too late. There won't be an Earth to come back to.
We're helpless up here. Completely helpless. Oh, Dr. Zarkov, there must be a way out. There must be.
There's only one thing that I can think of.
What is it?
Lock the controls. Decelerate the ship below sonic speed. Come in here.
The time machine.
It's our only chance. We've got to project ourselves back into the past just as the Colossan did. We must go back through time to the middle of the 20th century, the year 1953. If we can find out where the Colossan planted that duranium bomb, then we have a chance.
How much of a chance, Doctor?
1,000 to 1. 1,000,000 to 1.
Then let's take it.
What's our speed now, Flash?
We're at landing speed, Doctor. 350 an hour.
Good. Now I'm going to ask you both to hold on. For the next few moments, you will be traveling back through time. The effect will be strange, possibly stupefying. You will hear nothing, see nothing, know nothing, until you are back in the 6th decade of the 20th century. Are you both ready?
Ready, Doctor.
You're watching the Flash Gordon trilogy tonight on Flashlight
Theater. Flash Gordon is played by Steve Holland in this 39-part series. Much like his co-stars Joe Nash and Irene Champlin, he made his livelihood outside the world of movies and television. His classic good looks did serve him in a modeling career in the 1950s and 1960s.
You know, I did need to mention too, but while we were watching this last segment of the movie, our director, Jason Dudas, pointed out that we overlooked another great movie dealing with time travel, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Flash Gordon's character is alive and well in the current Sci-Fi Channel series of the same name. It is one of the mainstays of Sci-Fi Channel's Friday night lineup. And you will find Ming the Merciless in this series. Along with Ming, you will find other Alex Raymond characters that were not in this 1950s television series. You'll see Prince Baron and the Forest People and Prince Voltan and the Hawkmen.
The Flash Gordon of this 1950s TV series does keep alive the excitement people had for the possibility of space travel.
And that excitement carried into the 1960s. In fact, there was a hit show in 1962 called Fireball XL5. It featured a character that was cut out of the same Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon mold named Steve Zodiac. And I can imagine, you know, many afternoons in my childhood when I played with this toy Fireball XL5. They don't make them like they used to, Smiley. If you can see this thing, if you look inside, there is Steve Zodiac. And then the Dale Arden character, his girlfriend, as they traveled through space, along with some little flying motorcycles. There's rockets here, if you can see on the side. Again, this toy is so old that I had to borrow it back from the Smithsonian to bring it here tonight. The little rockets that shot. See, this was back before they cared about kids hurting one another by shooting projectiles at each other. And just a really kind of a nice piece of rocketry, of a toy in space. And, you know, I mean, it was just a lot of fun back in those days because it was exciting. The whole concept of space travel was something that we all looked forward to.
Oh, I'd love to go up in space, but it's a little too expensive. Anyways, so will Flash Gordon be able to save the world of 3023 as he searches for the very slow-acting doomsday bomb?
The only way you'll find out at home is to stay tuned to Flashlight
Theater.
We'll be back.
Where are we? What happened?
We are now in the 6th decade of the 20th century.
There it is, Dale. The Earth as it looked 1,250 years before we were born.
How strange it looks. It's some kind of a city, Doctor.
I'm trying to check it in this book of ancient maps. From this description, that must be a place called Washington, the capital of an ancient nation called the United States. What's our direction?
East by north.
Another city coming up.
That must be New York.
New York?
What a strange name.
Dale, set the Geiger counter for Durinium and see if you can get me a reading.
Yes, Dr. Zarkov. I am getting a reading, Doctor. The Durinium bomb is here, somewhere on Earth.
Where, Dale? Can you locate it?
Not quite. The signal is very weak, but it's a long distance from here, almost due east.
No, Dale. East by north. And from the signal strength, I'd say over 3,000 miles away.
East by north it is.
Doctor, do you think we'll be able to exactly locate the Durinium bomb?
I can only hope so, Dale. The Earth as we know it has only a half hour to live before it explodes.
Well, there's nothing we can do until we cross the ocean. What kind of a world is it that we're going back to?
Well, from what I remember of ancient history, it was very primitive. Just think, nobody ever reached a height of more than 15 miles.
Well, it was primitive to our way of thinking, Dale.
And they just scratched the surface of atomic research. And they had to build tremendous motors housed in gigantic buildings to run the machines they used in manufacturing.
It does seem ridiculous when you consider that in our century, a motor the size of my fist has more power than the gigantic steam-driven turbines they used.
What about the people? What are they like?
They considered our Earth just as precious as we do. And most of them believed in freedom, peace, equality of opportunity.
But I guess just like in our time, there are those who, for power, would make slaves of everybody else.
Yes, I'm afraid so. But they didn't have our tools to fight them with.
And the women, Dr. Zarkov, what were they like?
Well, instead of filling their heads full of knowledge about astrophysics, atomic research, electronic phenomena, like a certain young lady we know.
Yes, well, what did they do? Sit home and knit?
Well, I wouldn't say that was all they did. But they certainly knew their way around a kitchen better than they did around a laboratory.
Strange craft at 2 o'clock.
Oh. In a moment, we'll be able to see it out the light window. Let's see.
What is that clumsy craft, Doctor?
That's an aeroplane. Did you see the way it was pulled through the air by those gigantic egg beaters?
I'll bet it couldn't do more than 300 miles per hour.
No wonder they didn't cruise around in outer space. A clumsy craft like that would have trouble getting off the ground.
Well, that thing on the water's even funnier than the airplane.
Yeah, that was a ship. You see, air travel was only about 50 years old at this time. And a great deal of travel over land and water was still popular.
What a world to live in.
Yes. As Dale said, primitive. But a world. Something we won't have to go back to unless we find that Durinium bomb.
And quickly.
Where are they? Why don't we hear from them?
There's nothing we can do about it now, Alan, except wait. Wait and pray.
Land coming up, Doctor.
11:35. It took us exactly 5 minutes to cross the ocean.
City coming up at 2 o'clock, Doctor.
That must be a place called Paris.
Flash, slow down. The Geiger's up to maximum. We're almost in the immediate vicinity of the bomb. Flash, look.
The Geiger's hit maximum. That means the bomb is directly below us. It must be someplace in that city.
What's the name?
Berlin.
Finding the bomb there is going to be like searching for a neutron in a molecule.
We can find it with this. The question is, can we find it in time? Flash, is there someplace we can land?
There's a clearing below. We can hide the ship there for a while.
Good. The inhabitants may be hostile.
And that's true.
If we don't find that bomb in 20 minutes, it will be all over.
We'll find it. We've got to find it.
Hang on, 20th century. Here we come. Landing positions, everybody.
The Sky Flash has landed in the forest outside of Berlin, having with its occupants, Flash Gordon, Dale Arden, and Dr. Zarkov, been projected by the time machine 1,250 years back through time to Berlin, with only 20 minutes remaining for the Earth to exist. Commissioner Herrick, pinning all of his hopes on Flash Gordon, waits tensely, while the Callison who planted the Earth-destroying bomb sits calmly by.
All over Berlin, people have seen a strange object spinning and glittering in the sky. It is thought that this weird visitation from some other planet has landed somewhere in the outskirts of Berlin. Reports from Paris and New York also indicate that this flying pencil, or whatever it is, was sighted in those areas. Meanwhile, the people of Berlin wait in dread and terror for what will come next.
Achtung, Achtung, all cruise cars, be on the lookout for strange invaders believed to have landed from outer space somewhere in the vicinity of Berlin. Achtung, Achtung, car 28, car 28. A telephone report claims a green and white delivery truck heading for Amzow section, sighted on Tauentzienstraße. It is believed car has been commandeered by a bearded giant and a blonde giant from outer space. Apprehend and arrest them. If they resist, shoot to kill.
ahead, Doctor. I'll cover you if there's trouble.
Can't be.
8 seconds now. Count them. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51.
Hurry, Flash. Only 30 seconds left. Were we in time, Doctor?
Plenty, Dale. We had 2 seconds to spare.
It looks as though this tired old world will still be around for a while.
Yes. Whatever Flash did, it worked.
Now, how do we get to the Sky Flash?
I watched the route coming out. I think I can get us back there.
Stay here in our ancestors' time for a few days. It should be fun telling them everything that's going to happen to them for the next 1,200 years.
Fun? Well, maybe for us, Dale, but not for them.
It is the mystery of the future that provides the challenge for men to make history. Take that away, and there's no reason for dreams, ambition, discovery.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way. You're right, of course, but, well, it would have been fun to meet my great multiplied by 100 grandfather.
And a few hours later, as night falls on Berlin, into the starlit sky flashes a silvery streak. Suddenly, it stops. It seems to hang for a moment, suspended in air. Then, before the eyes of a few stargazers and lovers who observed it, the sky flash disappeared into the future from whence it came.
Smiley, we're back. You're watching the Flash Gordon trilogy on Flashlight
Theater.
There you go.
Shut up. Mouth shut up.
Here, give me that thing. I got an idea. That's it. Get out of here. So Flash Gordon was able to return to 1950s war-torn Berlin to save the Earth from obliteration. Where else can you find such excitement than on the hottest new program on television, Flashlight Theater?
Where we will continue to bring you the very best in B-movie horror and sci-fi classics.
Can I get my assistant to bring me some comic books here? Can we do that real quick? I know the cameras are rolling. But you know, I got an emailer that sent me a question that said, where did this whole idea for Flashlight Theater originate? You know, what's the attraction to this? And you know what, when I was a young boy, and now we're grown up to be baby boomers, we read a lot of these comic books that, you know, was kind of the whole era of people, the unknown, science fiction. Let me show you a few of these comic books. These are real collector's comic books items from the 1960s. Maybe if we can get a close-up camera to show these. Challengers of the Unknown. Smiley, read that for the next one. This was a comic book based on another classic series, The Outer Limits, again from the early 1960s. This is one that kind of reminds you of the Vincent Price, the Lon Chaney, the Bela Lugosi's. Ghostly Tales. I can remember, again, we'd camp out, our friends sit around with flashlights and read these stories. Strange suspense stories. Again, another scary one. This one called Behold Beauty, a guy with a real ugly mask, and a couple of other things I just wanted to show you as I was going through my collection of old comic books, talking about the influence of Flash Gordon. There was a character of DC Comics, along with Superman and Batman, called Hawkman. Like Prince Voltan and the Hawkman from Flash Gordon, the character was loosely based on that character from Alex Raymond's Flash Gordon, if I get my big thumb out of the way. But again, it was Hawkman, who was in this comic book with a character called the Atom Smile, and he could make himself get really, really small, and I don't know how that would really help him fight crime, but I still always enjoyed reading the comic books.
Wow, 12 cents, 15 cents.
Yeah, those were the good old...
Who could afford it back then?
Those were the good old days.
Turn in a couple of bottles.
Exactly.
Remember, we baby boomers grew up in a pre-space shuttle era where space travel was a true adventure into the unknown, and not just a mundane trip on some cosmic city bus.
And that's why you'll have our absolute promise that we will continue to bring you the absolute very best in B-movie, science fiction, and horror classics on Flashlight
Theater. We'll see you soon.
And might I suggest you leave a light on tonight.